Hi, Lori here with another recipe for you tonight. I'm going to take some pizza dough and some stuffings, but I ain't going to make the traditional pizza, so sit back and enjoy as I do the cooking for you. All right, you're going to need pizza sauce. You're going to need pizza crust, something from your refrigerator section at the store, or you can make it homemade if you choose to, but this is an easy meal. Hamburger and onions. You can use peppers and mushrooms if you want to. I'm also going to be adding some corn, and you can pick your own cheese. I'm going to be using Kraft cheese singles and some mozzarella and some mild cheddar that I shred myself. All right, I'll show you the next steps after this is browned. All right, the hamburger's browned. I added in some white corn and half a jar of my pizza sauce. And I'm going to let this steam and let the onions continue to soften up and finish cooking on a low setting on the stove. And I'm going to put the lid on it to help keep the steam in. All right, I'll be back. All right, you're going to put some olive oil on your cookie sheet before you do your parchment paper. This keeps the paper from moving. And it also helps to keep your crust from burning when you put it on. I'm still going to put some more olive oil down here on the inside as well. Like I said, this is going to help it keep from burning from underneath and on top. But look at that. It perfectly keeps your parchment paper in place, and you don't have to worry about it while it's cooking and you need it. Once you've got your pizza crust out, you put it on your cookie tray and you try to flatten it out, stretch it to the ends as much. Then you're going to go down a little bit further. There you go. And you're going to cut 2-inch strips all the way down on both sides. You could use a knife, but the pizza cutter does better. You're going to leave the center completely alone. And I'm going to show you why after he finishes cutting these strips. All right. Make sure they're all spread apart. And this is what your pizza crust should look like. Nothing in the center. Okay, now I'm going to get my cheese, and we're going to lay the mozzarella and the cheddar, the cheese singles down. All right, once your hamburger mixture is done, now you could use taco seasoning if you don't want to use pizza sauce. But I'm making a pizza, guys. Since we're going to make a hamburger pizza. Don't overstuff it. All right. Make sure it's a little bit more up here too. All right. That's it for the meat mixture. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to give my helper the camera to show you while I do it. And keep it on there. All right. You're going to take your straps. And you're just going to...
Where's the cheese go?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Thank you for being my helper. Of course, the cheese is going to give me a hard time. Cut them in half. Layer your cheese in a strip. Because you can't have pizza without cheese, guys. At the same time, I got my oven preheating to 350. Now, pizza always comes with a cheese blend. So I've got my cheese singles of Kraft cheddar, and then I'm going to put in some mozzarella. All right. Now you're going to lattice up the pizza crust.
Like a braid.
Well, yeah, because this way you're not having to irrigate it. So it's, like I said, a reverse pizza. An inverted pizza. And I layered some butter in the inside of the crust. Like this. Now, I'm going to brush egg white over the top. And then I'm going to put some Parmesan and some cheddar cheese on the top part. So I'll be back when we get this done. All right, we did egg white over the top, did some Parmesan, and now we're doing, he grated up some cheese for me. And now we're putting cheddar cheese over the top. Make sure you get it all down here. Not too thick because we've got it elsewhere. All right, let me see how that looks. All right, looks good. All right, guys, 350 for about 15 to 20 minutes. Check it. You don't want to burn it, but you don't want it to be raw. So as soon as this comes out golden brown, you pull it out, and I'll show you what it's going to look like. All right, all. There you've got it. Your inverted pizza. Cheeseburger pizza. It's got the tomato sauce, the toppings, the cheese, all in the pizza crust. It's a nice little play on pizza to get everybody involved. And like I said, I only used half a jar of pizza sauce because the other half is for you to dip if there's not enough already sauce on it. Let me show you what it looks like when we slice into it. All right, we let it cool for a few minutes. Your trusty, that's all. Don't cut too much more of it right now. Pizza cutter comes in handy in more ways than one, guys. Hold it up so we can show them what it looks like. Look at that, guys. And like I said, some do ketchup and mustard for you to dip in. This was 20 minutes. I did it at 350, but when I went in there after 10 minutes, I put it up to 400 for the last 10 minutes. Wow. Look how cheesy it is. Nice cheese crust on the outside. Nice and cheesy. And like I said, you could do this with taco. Look at that. You could add tomatoes at the last minute. Like with this propped open, put some tomatoes in there, some pickles. Layer it any way you want. But,
Pickles?
Yeah, because it's a cheese. Some people like to put pickles on there and everything else. So, what you think?
Well,
Alrighty. All right, guys, for this recipe and more, hope to see you at Lori's World. Have a blessed day.